Thanks for all turning up very promptly. We've got lots to do tonight. First of all, I would like to introduce James Winnicott, who is the town crier of Callington, our near neighbours at Callington. We've seen James on the television, but I've never heard, although we only live far away, we've never heard him personally. So James is here just to show how a town crier operates and to set the seal for the evening. So welcome, James.
I'll be with you a little later on. What we got here is a fabulous Mr. Chris Satan. I want to hear it. A biggest round of applause I've ever heard in my life. Can we hear it for Chris Satan? Yes! This guy's a legend in the rock and roll business. I worked with him many times in the old days. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have a little bit of fun here tonight. So if you want to join in and clap along, whatever you want to do, stamp your feet, we're going to do it tonight, aren't we? See what we can do here. We don't want to sing that while we're waiting, but never get problems with the cliff and the shadows like this, do we? What should we do? Should we do something together? Chris, would you like to say anything? Would you like to say, Chris has just popped in tonight, he's got a very busy schedule, he's working in the...
Like I said, I've come all the way from Plymouth. I'm always sorry I can't stay all night. I'm going to start painting at 9 o'clock at the complex. With my brother. If he knew what was going on, I reckon he would have turned up as well tonight, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. So let's sing a little song. If the boys are ready, the key of A. Alright, we use this one? You sure then? The key of A is called Tutti Frutti. Alright, happy boy. Tutti Frutti, all Frutti. Tutti Frutti. I got a girl, her name is Daisy, when she almost drives me crazy. I got a girl, her name is Daisy, almost drives me crazy. Well, she knows that I love me, yes indeed. Know what you do to me, shoot a pretty, all the pretty, 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 shoot a pretty, all the pretty. Well, I'm gonna tell that Mary Pat Uncle John, can anybody come a buddy and we're gonna song, oh baby, yeah, oh baby, ooh, oh baby, and some fun and land. Well, baby, cheap, all of it, cheap, all of it, cheap, all of it, cheap, all of it. Well,
How much we raised the kids? £250! You can do better than that, come on. Superb. Absolutely, and we got a ship's plaque as well. Are you going to give the presentation that one? Well, that's super. Well, that's great. So what we're going to do is a big thank you to all the lads on board. I'm sure they'll have a few points tonight. I'm sure we're going to have a few points here as well. Mr. Warren is here to receive it, please. Thank you very much. Bit of a round of applause here. Yes? Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. This is fantastic. The first one this evening, and very, very grateful. I think I'm going to be lost for words by the end of tonight after what I've heard so far. But thank you very much indeed to all who helped.
Give us a smile,
£50 from me.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Big round of applause. Now, sir, if you'd like to stay here, we've got a... Tracy and Claire. And what have you been doing, girls, today?
All day, and we went around the village and we collected £43 and 12 pence.
£43? What have you been doing for that?
Let's step and run around the village.
What do you think of that then? £43 for just... Wonderful! Everything else is absolutely fantastic. Well, you're a boxer, have you? Well, I'm sure this gentleman behind you would like to say a quick thank you to you, because there's going to be lots of checks throughout the evening, and thank you, a big thank you to you all, right? So, thank you very much. Big round of applause. Have we got a few more here? Anybody wants our gentleman friends up here? Anybody else at all? Like to come on?
EPILEPSY itself. We were formed in 1950 as a charity to help people with epilepsy and their families and friends. And there are some 300,000 people with the condition in England. 1 in 200 of the population has epilepsy. And every day another 80 people are told they're going to have to live with the condition. And quite often people think, what does it mean to me? What happens to me now? And of course that is the big problem that people face. They have to learn to cope with a condition that is none of their fault, none of their doing. And for 80% of them, they will never find out why it was they who developed epilepsy. The work you've done and helped over the past few months is marvellous. It will help us to help those people. It will help us to try and find ways of overcoming the condition. We don't feel there will ever be a cure for it, simply because epilepsy affects everybody in different ways. And if you know that it is a condition of the brain, a chemical change that causes involuntary muscle convulsions, you'll realise that it depends on which part of the brain it occurs in as to what happens when involuntary muscle spasms happen. And if you know that 80% of those people, no one will ever